Hey guys, so today I'm going to be joining the bandwagon and doing one of those reacting to your assumptions about me videos. Not sure if you guys have seen this trend circulating around on YouTube, but definitely it's been blowing up my subscription box lately, and I honestly find it really entertaining to watch other people make these videos, so I decided to do one too. So if you aren't familiar with the concept, what I did was I posted this on my Instagram and it says make assumptions about me and I'll react to them on my YouTube channel or something like that. So then what I'm going to be doing is just going through the assumptions and reacting to them and saying whether they're true or not. Which surprisingly a lot of them were really like accurate, and I was like, how do these people know this about me when I've never said it? So yeah. Okay, so the first one I'm seeing is, you remind me so much of my Aquarius friend, but she's amazing, so I assume you're amazing. Well, every Aquarius is amazing. Just kidding. I actually dislike a lot of Aquariuses, but I am honored that you like us, and I am honored that you think I'm amazing. I can't really vouch for that, but someone said you're a little needy with your boyfriend. I think you'd have to define needy, because I think like compared to like other girls, I am absolutely not, but compared to like some low maintenance girls, I absolutely am. I used to be more, I think, but then I got like more mature, and like as I got older I didn't really like need his attention as much anymore, and like I'm honestly pretty low maintenance with him, so I don't know. I would have to ask him what he thinks. Do you think I'm a needy girlfriend?
Not really.
That person. This is correct. I love dogs so much, but if I had to pick one, it would be cats. Which says a lot because I'm allergic to them. I just really love cats, and I feel like I relate to them a lot. Someone said you hate the cold, and this is also extremely true. Although I feel like I've talked about this on my channel before, but like I am such a hot weather person. I'm not even like one of those people that likes like mid 70s and sunny. Like I like scorching hot, like 90s, like just like the sun beating down on my face and like melting me. Like that's what I like. Someone said you are very good at school. This is very false. I'm not bad, like compared to some people I'm not like a horrible student. I think naturally, like I'm a naturally okay student, so I'm not trying to say like I flunk all my classes. Like I have common sense, and like I don't skip all my classes and like stuff like that. I'm not like a notoriously bad student, but I'm also not naturally good at school. It's not whatsoever one of my priorities. Unlike some people I know, like my sister, who school has always been one of her top priorities. She's like in the top 10 of her class. Like that's just not me. Like I really think those people are extremely cool and smart, and I wish I could be like that, but I'm just not. That's why I got all C's and a B this past semester. Someone said you're a really logical thinker and you follow your brain versus your heart. This is extremely true. I did not used to be like this, definitely, but the main thing that made me realize that I've changed is when I retook the Myers-Briggs personality test. This past summer, I changed from feeling to thinking in my results. So like I went from an INFP to an INTP. So when that happened, I was like, whoa, like I guess I really actually changed. I've retaken it like twice since then, and I'm still an INTP, so definitely would say that I'm a more logical thinker. I think over the years I've learned to like kind of ignore my gut feeling, because like I have anxiety, so like people with anxiety know like your gut feeling is almost always wrong if you have anxiety. So like I feel like I have learned to trust like my brain over my heart or like my emotions, and that's just the way it's worked out for me. Someone said you're not as affectionate as your boyfriend. This is not true, but I also wouldn't say that I'm as affectionate as I used to be with him. Again, it's been like a matter of like maturing and like not being like a needy little bitch anymore, but I think on a regular basis, like on a regular day, I feel like we're equally as affectionate, and we both kind of act like best friends more often than we are being affectionate, and that's like just the dynamic of our relationship. But some days I'm way more affectionate than him, and some days he's way more affectionate than me, but like honestly it's very rare that we're on the same wavelength on the same day, which sucks. Someone said you don't want to live in NYC anymore. This is partially true and partially false. Like I have a really severe love-hate relationship with New York, as I'm sure most of you witness me go through like every day, but obviously there's still something in me that loves New York. That's why I'm still here. I'm pretty sure I would do something about it if it was like absolutely sucking the life out of me, which honestly it kind of does. But if you live in New York, you know that it's just like as much as you fucking hate it, it's so addicting to live here, and like I'm very lucky to live here, so I try not to complain about it. But if given the opportunity, I absolutely would move out of New York, and I would probably move to somewhere outside of LA or San Diego or something like that. Mainly because of the weather, but also because of how stressful and like overbearing it is here, and it's just really not my vibe here. But I'm here while I am in college and we're suffering through it. Someone said, you mention astrology in your everyday conversations. Well, she must have a microphone on me, because that's completely true, and I annoy my friends with it constantly. But the more you get to know about astrology, the more you see it applying in everyday situations, like in every single conversation. Like, you just see everything coming together. Sometimes I feel like annoying about it, but other times I'm like, I hope this person is appreciating my insight because it helped them understand themselves better, because that's how I feel about it. So I've gotten 2 or 3 of the same assumption, which is that I'm a neat freak. And I don't know if neat freak is the right term, but I think clean freak, or like, I would say germaphobe, but I feel like that's kind of offensive. Like, I don't know like what the correct term is, but for me it's not about like orderliness as much as I keep my room completely spotless. I make my bed every day, and like clutter really bothers me. But I am such a spaz about germs. I do not let people wear shoes in my house. Like, if you do, I'll probably freak out. I love bleaching the shit out of like the bathroom, and I don't touch any handles or anything with my hands in public. I always put my sleeve over my hand like this before I do that. I always have hand sanitizer. I absolutely don't touch the poles in the subway. I could basically go on forever, but like I have a very strong phobia of germs, and that definitely is present in my everyday life, and any of my friends can vouch for that. Just so you guys like get the gist, like I don't even share a drink with my own mother. Like, the thought of like someone else's spit like touching my mouth makes me want to actually die. And yes, I do kiss my boyfriend, but like I literally wipe the spit off after. Like, it's a very strange situation. Someone said, you are super nice and love kids. Well, I don't think the two necessarily correlate, or if that's the word, I don't know, but I do love kids. I'm a babysitter. If you guys didn't know, I work for a babysitting agency, so like that's my job here in New York, is that I babysit for like all different families and all different kids of all different ages. I do prefer kids under the age of like 6, and I love babies especially. But yes, I do love kids, and like I genuinely believe that like my purpose on this earth is to be a mom. So that's that. But as for me being super nice, I don't know how to answer this question, because I'm a good person, I think. Like, I have very good morals, and I truly genuinely believe like everyone deserves equal everything. Like I that's a whole nother conversation for another day, but I think I have great morals, and I genuinely care about people, and I'm always looking out for people. I'm very considerate. But like when I think of a nice person, I'm not the first person that like jumps into my mind, because I think of like those stereotypically super sweet, nice people that like when you meet them you're just like enamored with like how nice they are, because that's not me. Like, basically every single person that I've ever met in my entire life has told me that they thought I was a bitch at first, and I guess that's just like my demeanor and like my sense of humor. Like, I don't know what it is, I just give off a bitchy vibe, I guess. I think they all know that I actually really do care about people. I'm a very empathetic and sympathetic person, but like when you first meet me you're not gonna be like, oh my god, she was so nice. Like, I don't know, I don't really know how to describe it, but that's my take on that. Someone said that I'm the mom of the group. This is true in some ways and not true in other ways. I think definitely in the sense that I don't go out and like I have mom tendencies is true, but I'm not the caretaker of the group. I feel like that's more so like Rohini. Like, she is the one that's gonna like hold your hair back when you're throwing up and like that kind of mom stuff. Like, you will find me nowhere near the scene if that shit is happening. I don't really like take care of people in that sense. I mean, come on, I'm an Aquarius. I don't have like that type of, I don't have that in me, you know? Someone said you sometimes wish you were more positive. This is definitely true. I feel like this is true about everyone. I think that I definitely tend to dwell on the negatives more, especially when it comes to people, because whenever I meet someone I immediately start picking out the negatives in them, and I wish I didn't do that, but that's just like built into who I am at this point. So yeah, that is pretty true. Someone said you feel like you're often misunderstood on social media with what you want to share. This kind of does go into like the video I posted a few weeks or days ago about like changing my channel up. I guess in some aspects that is true. I don't think it's necessarily that I feel misunderstood, because I know that like a lot of people do understand like my personality and like they see both sides of what I'm trying to like portray. So I'm not sure if like that part is true, but I definitely do feel like conflicted on like which side of me to present, if that's what you were saying. Someone said that I seem really reserved and I keep to myself a lot. Definitely, I would say this is true. As the years go on, I am getting more outgoing, and like I think you can be outgoing and an introvert at the same time. I think that's definitely true about me. Like if I meet someone, I'm in the right setting, I will be very outgoing towards them, and they might never guess that like I'm technically an introvert. But when it comes down to it, like I feel very comfortable sharing like vulnerable parts of myself with like people, especially strangers. The closer you get to me, the more comfortable I feel with that. But I think I am in general a very reserved person. I'd rather talk about things that are like on the surface than like get any deeper than that. Someone said that I was very popular in high school, and this could not be further from the truth. I actually like was laughing when I first got this, because it's just funny that anyone would think that about me. But I wasn't like the bottom of the food chain. Like I wasn't like a nerd in high school, but I definitely was one of those people that was like, I hate the popular kids. I didn't party in high school. Like I hung out with my friends and like we did like stupid stuff together, but I was never like at those like high tier parties where like, you know, you had to be invited to get there, and like every person that went there was like popular, and I was never there. So automatically, if you don't go to those parties, you're not popular in high school, at least in like the one where I went. And like I said, I am an Aquarius, so my whole entire school career was basically founded around being different than people. And like I was literally one of those like edgelords in high school that thought I was better than everyone else because I was like different. Thank God I got over that phase. But yeah, I definitely was not popular in high school. I actually really hated the people that were popular in my high school. I was friends with a few of them, but the rest made me want to die. Someone said you thrive in environments where you can be creative. This is extremely true. I'm pretty sure most people that like watch YouTube and make YouTube videos can agree with this. That is one of the reasons why I'm here in New York and not in my hometown. Like even though as much as I hate New York sometimes, it's so much more creative here. Like the energy is just so much more motivating here, and I feel like I can really be myself here. Whereas yes, at home it's more chill, but like I literally feel so trapped. I feel like I'm living in like writer's block there. Like not that I write, but you know what I mean? Someone said you are very organized. Physically, yes, I know where all my stuff is. I keep my room very organized. I make my bed, like I said. Mentally, not at all, especially when it comes to school. I forget assignments are due, like very important assignments. I'll take the 0, I don't care. Honestly, I feel like it's just about a lack of caring. Like if I really care about something, I will be very organized, but if I don't care about it, I'm extremely unorganized and literally could not be bothered to put any extra thought into said topic. Someone said that I hate parties and I'd rather stay with my friends and watch a movie, and that is extremely true. I never go out really, and like if I do, it's usually for a special occasion, like someone's birthday or like someone like physically dragged me to go out, and I hate it every time. So I do definitely rather stay in with my friends. Again, someone said you don't drink or do drugs but go out with your friends anyway, and this is also true. Like if they really want me to go, I will go, but I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything because like I said, I'm like literally 80 years old. So when I do go out with my friends, you know, I'm just kind of there to supervise and observe. Someone said you're super loyal to your boyfriend. I would say this is like true. Like I've never ever cheated on him. I've never even do such a thing. I would never think of doing such a thing, and he would never do that to me either. So someone said I dislike people that go to normal college. This made me chuckle because like I don't dislike someone just for what they do, but generally those types of people aren't like my types of friends. Like I'm not gonna lie and say that like I love them, but wherever you choose to go to college doesn't really represent you, so I'm not gonna sit here and say I hate you because you go to like a university or whatever. Someone said you are shy at first when meeting new people. Like I was saying earlier, this was definitely very true in my earlier years, but I think I've gotten a lot more outgoing over the past like 2 years specifically, and I think honestly that I'm very friendly when I meet new people. Unless I get bad vibes from you, like I'm not even trying to sound like a fucking weirdo, but like if I get like weird or like judgmental or like overbearing vibes from you, then I will be very shy and quiet around you. So like That's something to like, you know, take into consideration. If you're around me like and I'm being very quiet and reserved like the whole time and I never open up to you, that's a sign that you're giving me bad vibes. Like I'm not even trying to sound like annoying, but I genuinely only am quiet around people anymore when I don't like them, and that's just the tea. Someone said my least favorite sign is a Cancer. How did you know? Just kidding. I don't really have like a least, like, okay, if I had to pick a least favorite sign, it would be Cancer, just because they're so different from me. And I joke around and say I hate Cancers all the time just because like they're so emotional, but like every Cancer is different. You know, I can't just say I hate all Cancers because like, you know, all Cancers are different. Someone said, I really value healthy living. This is also very true. I wouldn't say that I'm the healthiest person in the world, but I am plant-based, and that's kind of about it. I don't really work out, or I don't like do anything else to like supplement my health. So I guess maybe I'm not like the most healthiest person, but in general, I do try to like have healthy habits, and I do drink a ton of water. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't really eat that much unhealthy stuff either. So this is probably my favorite assumption that I've got. It says you can see right through people, and this is completely 100% true. And I was just talking about this sort of like about the whole bad vibes thing. Literally, it takes me like 5 seconds to form my opinion on someone after meeting them, and I am always right about them off the bat. Like, never been wrong in my entire life. Even if it takes years to like prove to me, like I could see someone and be like, she's a bitch. Meet her and be like, oh my god, she's so nice, I don't know why I ever thought that, and be like, maybe I am wrong. 2 years later down the road, I'll be like, she really is a fucking bitch. I should have just listened to my gut instinct at the first time. Like, I don't know. Sometimes that can make me kind of like cocky, and like I'll be the first person to admit that. I saw this thread on Twitter that was like, being an empath is like not inherently a good thing, because being able to see right through people and like knowing everything about everyone is a very powerful thing to have, and you can easily get manipulative. And honestly, I felt pretty attacked by that. I'm a Scorpio moon, so you have to cut me some slack. Someone said I'm extremely affectionate. I wouldn't say so. In general, like with people, like with my friends, I am extremely not affectionate. Like, I get so uncomfortable when people touch me or like try to hug me, or like even when they try to like say nice things to me, I get so uncomfortable. Especially if you ask some of my more affectionate friends like Rohini, or like my friend Grace. She's a Pisces and she just loves to hug people, and I think it's so cute and admirable, but from a distance, because when she hugs me, I like literally feel like my body is like shriveling up inside. I love you, Grace, but you know how I am. But with my boyfriend, it's a little bit different. Obviously, I'm gonna be affectionate with him, but at the same time, like I said, I've gotten a lot less affectionate over the years as I get older, and I would not call myself extremely affectionate. And finally, someone said that I want to live on the West Coast one day, and that is also true. I also mentioned that earlier in the video. I would love to live in California one day. A lot of my friends want to move there too, so I don't see myself settling down there and living there forever, but I definitely want to spend some of my younger years there before I like settle down and have a family and stuff. So yeah, that was all the assumptions. Luckily, I lucked out. I didn't get anything negative, so that's great. I was really expecting to be roasted, but you guys were pretty nice, and thank you for sparing me. And also, I'm impressed by how well you guys know me. If you participated, thanks for participating, and if you want to participate in one of my next videos, keep your eyes peeled on my Instagram. I usually do like all of my Q&A type stuff on there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.